Hello and welcome to Aspen, Colorado. My name is Vicki Tobia and we're filming here today in front of the Aspen Snowmass Pilates studio. This segment is called Prehabilitation, preventing common injuries to the shoulders and hips. It's dedicated to my friend Andrew. I'm using a towel. I have a chair and a mat. If you don't have a towel, you should be fine. We'll begin on our stomachs. Those of you with low back issues, elongate the towel and place it under your hip bones to help protect your low back. Legs parallel, shoulders down. I bend and reach out to the side. Here's my T's, reaching out. Bend and stretch. I'm in a hover position, abs are in, neck is long, bending into the waist, reaching out, then try to a Y, bend, palms face in, reaching up, bend, up. Your goal is to keep the shoulders away from the ears. Hover position, you're not lifting high. If you start to feel it in your low back, lower your body closer to the mat. Into L's, back to the T position, bend your elbows to goal post, tap your elbows, tap your fingertips. Elbows, fingertips. Keep the arms wide. The tendency is to drift back. Right, and I want them out in line with your shoulder girdle. Wide. And elbows, fingers. 2 more sets. Navel lifting up towards your spine. And you are done with that. Moving into Gluteal Bridge. For this, I'll fold my towel up as tight as possible and place it between the knees. If you don't have a towel, keep the legs close together, just a sitting bone distance apart, and work the inner thighs as if you did have a towel. Arms by your side. Take a deep breath, widen the chest, and exhale, lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. There are a couple ways to do bridges. Some people plank, which is what I'm demonstrating, with the hinge from the hips. Or you could articulate. Either one is good. Dig those heels into the floor. We have 4 more. Various arm positions won't affect the work. Palms up or palms down. Either one. Moving into our quadruped leg circles. So we're on all fours. The wrists directly under shoulders. Knees under hips, taking one leg and circling it. Feeling that long spine, trying to maintain a flat back while I isolate the work of the thigh bone in the hip socket. Reverse. If you're doing this correctly, you'll feel some work around your rib cage, your obliques. Try to equalize the weight into your arms. Second side. It doesn't matter which direction you start. Work your best range of motion without leaning or twisting to the best of your ability. Reverse. Feel the shoulders pulling down into your back. Maybe that circle gets a little bigger and down. Onto your side. For this, you might use your pillow. The towel can be here. If that's not comfortable, find an alternative position where the neck is in line with your spine as best as possible. We start with side leg raises, top hand down, lift and lower. Stretch the lifted leg away from your head. Pull that leg out. Try not to crunch in the middle. right? Go for the reach. That will limit your range of motion. Now the top leg lifts for inner thigh, bottom leg comes up to meet it. If this bothers your hips at all, angle the legs forward, work your hips back slightly, and see if you can find a more comfortable position. Or even use the towel under your hip bones to alleviate that feeling of bone on floor. Both legs together, lower and lift. And lift. Adding a challenge, top arm could come up. And lift. And up. Into side plank. Place your elbow down under the shoulder. Press away so you have some integrity of holding the upper body from the shoulder girdle. And your choice is here. A side plank, either bottom knee down, staggered legs, or stacked. Breathing here for 6. Try to have the head in line with your spine, not rounding forward. Little pelvic tilt, zipping up the front of the body. Maybe using the top hand if you need some assistance, or reaching it up. Lifting, lifting. You're trying to be on the sole of the bottom foot. Could you lift the top leg? Strengthening and long. And into front plank. Elbows down, tucked toes. If this is your first time, maybe knees down, that's fine. Otherwise, zip up the front of the spine, drop the tail, neck is long. Breathing here. Keep a protraction in your shoulders, so avoid a wing. Push away, keep that. Add a rock for the stretch of the calves. Balance and hold. You have a few more seconds here. If this is challenging, this is where I would use the chair for my plank position. Okay, getting ready for leg lifts on the other side. Bottom knee could be bent or straight. Top hand could help assist you with that feedback. Are you keeping the hips stacked? Are you maintaining some lift at your waist? Not to drop. The object isn't to lift the leg, it's to lift the leg with your best posture. Bottom leg lifts. I'll straighten for this and lift the bottom. Holding the top leg steady for 4. Keeping the navel to spine, double leg raise. Remember, angle the legs if you have any pain with that hip bone pushing into the floor. Into side plank. Making a choice about what position will work. Maybe knee down, finding that shoulder support, and lifting. Maybe staggered, maybe stacked. Breathing. Can you feel the long line you're creating? This is the posture you want to stand up with and walk out into your day with. So try to make this an ideal moment here. Head in line with shoulders, with ribs, with hips. A little attention to the abs pulling in. Yes. All right. That concludes your prehabilitation. Thank you for joining me and have a great day.